Hey, what's up everybody? Good morning. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and today we're going to talk about the final round of the Open 9-Hole Cup. This is going to be our rookie division, and I am really excited about this one because I feel like if you're able to hit perfect and you take a look at this replay here, you're going to set yourself up really nicely for a podium spot. And the reason that I think that is because I pick up a couple drops in this walkthrough, but we leave so many holes right at the cup. So we're going to talk about the minor tweaks that it's going to take for you to win and hopefully get these balls in the hole for you. I really appreciate all the new subscribers that we've had recently, and I appreciate all the subscribers that we had before the new ones. So, thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber, please become one. Please hit the thumbs up button, and let's go ahead and roll into these replays here. We're going to start off with hole number one. Hole number one, we do pick up the eagle on, and we play the drive 10% at max. And here you're going to notice we're going to go with full right side spin, and we're going to go with about 5 bars of top spin. Now, some of you be capped at 4.5. That's okay. You can see here that I even backed my extra mile up a couple yards just to compensate for that. But at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is get ourselves in sniper range for a rough bump. So any of your extra miles are going to be able to work. We'll be just fine. And you can see here that we still have plenty of distance left from the fairway to the rough. This will take us into shot number two. Shot number two, we are going to play this one uphill, meaning we're going to be playing it minus 10% elevation. Take a note at my spin here. We're going to go with 1 bar of right side spin. And it's going to be anywhere between about 3.2 to 3.5 bars of backspin. The backspin is really going to depend on how far you get on your drive. As you can see here, I played about 3.2 bars of back. Again, the pool is going to be minus 10% at absolute minimum distance of our club. Here we do hit a perfect ball, and of course that's going to be super important. But we do come in, basically call that dead center of pin, and we're looking good on hole number one for an eagle. This will take us into hole number two. Hole number two here, we're going to play at 20% at minimum distance. Now take note here, the backspin. I go about 4.9 bars of backspin, and I did not use any side spin. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do here as far as offsetting goes. I'm trying to let the wind push me towards the hole. This hole always bounces to the left anyways, so we do offset to the right. But really we still missed to the left by about 3/4 of a green square. So you'll have to make a little bit of tweaks on that hole. I do think hole number two is a difficult hole-in-one to pick up. The other two par threes, though, I think we're going to be okay on, and I'll show you some ways we might be able to get those. All right, hole number three, I'm only showing you one way to play. And the reason being is, to be perfectly honest, I picked up birdies on this hole on both of my accounts, which was very unfortunate. But not on this replay. This right here is a practice shot in which I'm going from the top fairway. Top fairway does give us a good shot to pin, though, on shot number two. I did try to play the right-hand side of the fairway, and I ended up hitting a great shot on both my drives. Stuck one in the sand, stuck one in the rough. So, we don't really like that shot down below, although, in my opinion, it gives us a really good chance for an albatross. So if you're wanting to risk it, you can always play down below to the right-hand side. But up here is a much safer approach. And like I said here, it does give us a nice little shot to pin for another albatross opportunity. Now, if you're a truer rookie player, right, if you don't have, these types of clubs, you are going to need to bring a big dog. But if you do have a sniper, especially a level 10, you'll get that nice little ball guideline there. You can see what I'm trying to do with it. Just trying to get it rolling to the cup. But really here, I did play at 30% too. I hit a great ball. The speed looks really good, but the great ball is not going to help. All right, that's going to take us to hole number 4. Hole number 4 is one of those that we come very close to the eagle on. We need just a little bit of tweaking. As far as the drive is very simple. We make our elevation pull here. We hit a perfect ball. And we come up the fairway nicely. Plenty of room between the fairway and the rough, so no worries on this one to roll too far. Takes here to shot number 2. I want you to try this one at minus 10% at minimum. Again, minus 10%. You'll take note of the top spin that I use here. I do use the Goliath. I think it gives us a more consistent ball guideline than any other club on this hole. But you just kind of have to be careful with the top spin on this one because you can encounter a very fast green roll. But here we use the right amount, and you're going to see we missed by about a half a green squared to the left. So the reason I want you to play it uphill is because we missed to the left. We need to pull less elevation, meaning we need to pull less rings from right to left because we missed left. So that shot you just saw was played at 5%. Again, we want to back that one way up and play it at the minus 10%. All right, hole number 5. Hole number 5, we're going to be playing 5 top. Again, if you have 4.5, that's not a big deal. You just have to keep in mind that not everybody's going to have the exact same clubs. You just have to tailor walkthroughs to your clubs and your style of play. But here, this is a very simple, it's a very straightforward drive. This is really no problem. We're just going from fairway to fairway. Again, plenty of room between the fairway and the rough, so we don't have any worries on hitting the rough here with a perfect ball. This is going to take us into a 15% shot at max. I do want to keep the elevation the same. I want to keep the backspin the same. I do want to go with no side spin. We're going to call this about 4.9 bars of back. Take a look at where I'm aiming. We're very close here. Boy, I wish I could just have this shot back right here. This would have been a nice one to pick up. Again, that pull is 15% at max. Perfect ball. And here all we need to do is just slightly change the landing spot, right? The speed looks good. You know, you could play at 0.1 less back if you want to come in a little faster, which is fine. So we can, again, change that one to, we can take 0.1 off, but we want to move our landing spot just a fraction over to the left-hand side. Really, really good chance for an albatross right there. Okay, hole number 6, I'm going to show you 2 different ways to play. This is all going to depend on what you want to do here. So let's just say, for example, you're killing it. You've dropped a lot of shots, and you're in contention to win. You could go for the hole-in-one here. This is going to be played 65% at maximum distance of our quarterback. Take a note of the spin adjustments. The spin is going to be the tougher one to get down. We're going to go with 1 bar of right side spin. And then it's all about finding the back spin. But with this heavy of headwind, we've got to make sure our ball guideline is through the hole. And we want to play with the yellow ring further down, kind of like that, you see? So this will be my final adjustment here. Again, we're going to call this one probably 3.8 back, 1 right. Notice the ball guideline is nicely through the hole. You see that? Yellow ring fully in the rough, almost touching the fairway line. Big pull here, 65% at max. Again, this shot, I know, it's not for the faint of heart, so it might be something you want to take to practice mode. But as you can see here, we are very, very close to picking up the hole-in-one with the rough bump. Now, of course, if you just want to play it safe, you know, I'm not going to be mad at you. I completely understand. This is the way to play it safe. I'm not going to really show you too much here because I do hit a great ball. But regardless, you can see I'm aiming right-hand side of the hole. Pretty significantly right offset. I do pull this one at 70%. 70% at max. I hit a great ball to the left, which means I'm going to miss to the left. So, you know, that's two different ways to play hole number 6. You just got to figure out, like, what do you think is going to work best for you, all right? Hole number 7 here. Hole number 7, we do pick up an eagle on. I'm going to show you replays with 3.6 mile per hour wind. Then I'm going to show you replays with lower wind. Now, the thing about this shot is, you know, I don't know if it's 100%, you know, being able to be duplicated because on this account, I had no problem. On my other account, I ended up rolling into the rough, but barely. But here's what I'm playing, okay? This is a great way to eagle the hole if you're able to pull it off. This is a pretty simple adjustment. We're going to go 1 top, 3 left. 1 top, 3 left. Notice my white ring. Notice the left-hand side of my white ring is right there against that open sign. Okay, you see what I mean right there? You see that blue little open sign that's in the rough? Notice how my white ring, the outer part of the white ring is touching that sign. There we go. We zoom in just like that. There it is. Nice shot. Easy chip in. I'll show you here. That one was 3.6 wind. This one's 2.4. Same thing. 1 top, 3 left. Notice the white ring right there is touching that blue open sign. Full curl, full OP, full hook. Full OP, full curl, full hook. Just like that. And this one comes in even nicer. So, again, I don't know about the consistency. If you're worried about it, take 1 practice token and 1 katana to the practice tees and see how it works for you. But it worked for me 2 out of 3 times there, as you saw. All right, hole number 8. We're almost wrapping this thing up. Again, please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Please hit the thumbs up if you find this helpful. Believe it or not, the thumbs up do help me. As far as try to gain some extra views, YouTube will recommend the channel. That would be awesome. Here, let's take a note at the spin adjustments. 1 bar of right, just like that. And here we got 5 back. At this point, I'm just trying to find a landing spot. Now, I did have a replay from an older tournament with this almost this same wind angle. It was a little bit more tailwind on the replay. So that's how I kind of came up with this landing spot. But you can see here my orange or red ring, whatever you want to call it, is up against the rough on the left-hand side. Ball guideline sloping down the fairway or the green. Don't worry about that. That's okay. That's just an illusion at the end of the day. Here we pull this one 20% at mid. We get the perfect ball. And we just leave this one short and to the right of the pin. So again, we got to take off a little bit of backspin. Now, if we take off a little bit of backspin, the thing that's going to happen is the ball is going to come in a little bit faster, which is good, but maybe it doesn't miss to the right-hand side as much. So again, gauge where you're at in the tournament. If you don't have the chance, and just try to tweak it and just call it a day. If you got a chance to win, you know, or place high, then yeah, absolutely. Take yourself a shot to the practice token, tweak it once, and you're good to go. All right, hole number 9. Hey, I really hope you liked the video. I hope that you like the channel. If you'd like to show some appreciation to my time and efforts this week, you can absolutely do so by becoming a member to the channel. That's in the description. If you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee for getting up at 4:30 in the morning, you can also do that via PayPal. That would be awesome too. Any donations help. This is a very straightforward drive. We're playing it just like we did in the qualifying. We're going with about 5 bars of top spin. You can go 5, 6 bars of top spin, 2 bars of side spin to the right. Make sure you don't overpower this shot too much because you could roll into the sand. There you see I had no fear of rolling into the sand. I was completely fine. But again, you know, careful on that one. Now besides that, we're going to go into the last shot. Well, I hope you guys tear it up today. I really do. Let me know how you do in the comments. Here we're going to go 0% on the elevation. As you can see here, we're going to mix in quite a bit of top spin combined with 2 bars of side spin to the right. Ball guideline pointing into the rough. We know that's okay. We're going to use about 3/4 of a ball of curl to the right to make sure that we don't land in the rough. This thing comes in nicely. We could even use a little bit more right curl. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with being right there for a chip in. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching Rookie, and I will work on Pro here soon.